is up? What is up, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day today, and it finally happened today. Yes, I'm hours late to the party. I had a busy day today. I couldn't get out of what I was into today. It's been crazy because of course these things happen. Every time like we end up getting busy and doing things, a move is always here. And Devonta Smith gets his contract, and man, what a offseason for the Eagles this year. I mean, seriously. I mean, you have to think about it too, like locking up Mulata and locking up, Landon Dickerson and locking up those players like that. It really does. This really counts as our free agency too. Even for next year, it counts as our free agency. So, you guys have to go into next offseason with that. And it's crazy because the Eagles will have, cap space like crazy. So, I'm psyched. I'm happy about it. I hope everyone's so psyched about it. I am slow. The volume's low? Let me see here. How the fuck is my volume really low? Guys came in. Really that low? Really? I think you gotta turn the volume up, I think you're fine. I've had the same thing on. Hey, we got it done though. We got it done. You were just clicking out and out for a sec? Okay. All right, I figured. Yeah, so you got it. The deal is done for Devonta Smith. I'll put up the report as of right now. And like I said, I do apologize for being late with this, but at the end of the day, like, I wasn't really expecting much today. So there it is. Eagles have paid another big-time rising player. This time, wide receiver Devonta Smith gets a 3-year, $75 million contract extension that includes 51 guaranteed. Sources say the deal was done by Kelt Crenshaw of Clutch Sports and keeps Smith in Philly for years to come. Great. It's so nice having long-term goals, long-term players with... man. You know what? And it's crazy because I feel like we haven't even got the best out of Devonta Smith yet in his career. I feel like we haven't even got the best out of his career. That's the scary part. Heisman Trophy winner. I mean, this is a guy, you want to talk about a guy that doesn't complain about shit, a guy that just plays football, goes home, and that's pretty much it. This is a guy that never complains about nothing. This guy plays his tail off. He does whatever he could do every single week. And that's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. So, I mean, look, I think it's great that they're locking up a lot of players on offense. That's what you should be doing regardless. Landon Dickerson, Jordan Mulata, now Devonta Smith. We kind of been waiting for this. I didn't think it was going to happen now. I thought this was at least going to happen. I mean, the good thing about it is this happened before Brandon Ayuk got paid, Justin Jefferson got paid, CeeDee Lamb got paid. So... You know what I mean? So it's kind of nuts. It's kind of nuts, but I'm glad it happened. I'm glad it's finally done and over with, and we could move on to this draft fully because this is really the only thing that's been looming over our heads for a while. So I'm glad that we're at least we got all that done. You guys got to remember too. Next year in 25, the cap. Definitely, the cap goes up $20 million next year. Okay, the Eagles are going to get $14.5 million with HaasonReddick trade that happened. And realistically, right now, I mean, you still have what $30 million, a little over $30 million, even with the CJ Uzomah signing at tight end. You still have $30 million cap space. What do you need, like $5 million for the draft? I mean, you don't need much. I mean, the Eagles have some money. You know what I mean? If they want to go out and trade for somebody or sign for somebody or something like that. So there is, Yeah, the combinations are endless, limitless of what the Eagles can do. So, I want to know how you guys feel about the Devonta Smith contract, or we could talk about anything really. Doesn't just have to be about Devonta Smith. But I know everybody is friggin' happy. I don't see, you know what I mean? I'm glad everybody's now at least could rest up a little bit. I'll say hi to everybody in the chat. What's going on, guys? Internet Junkie, what's going on, dude? Flyburge 20, Nathaniel O'Black, what's going on? Donald Martin, what's going on? MJ, what's going on, dude? Internet Junkie, all number 6 jerseys are still good through 2028. Yeah, I mean, I got my Kelly Green Devonta Smith jersey. My next jersey I'm probably going to get, I'm sorry, but since Chauncey is going to be here, I'm probably going to get his jersey. That number 8 is going to look real nice. So, what's going on, Donnie? David Collins says, yo, Joe, what up, Joey? 5th-year option, then a 3-year extension. Howie was making magic happen this offseason, so ready for the draft. I'm ready, dude. I'm ready to go. I mean, now we gotta fill these other spots up. We have to ace this draft this year. I mean, you always want to ace a draft regardless, but this is most important now, even from all the rumors that we heard from Garrett Gunn that the Eagles don't want project players the first few picks. They want day one production, and that's what really matters right now. You know what I mean? Misty, what's going on, dude? Troll King, what's going on, man? As this, who cares about Reddick? Smith is here for 5 more years. This is Howie just loves messing with the Cowboys. Signing Smitty was a brilliant move on this. Well, yeah, I mean, I honestly didn't think he was going to get signed. Like, I thought they were waiting for these other contracts to happen with CeeDee Lamb and Justin Jefferson and Brandon Ayuk. That's what I thought. But, I mean, that's a good move, man. Nico, what's going on? Versus you're late to the party, Joey. Yeah, I know. But one day, I mean, that's what happens. I mean, I just got really fucking busy today, and all this happened today. You know, like, today I had to do some extra stuff. I said, all right, well, nothing's really going to happen. I'll do my normal stream about the draft, and that's really it, you know what I mean? Nathaniel is still concerned about the defense, so I get it. We're going to get to that, man. Trust me. Yo, Ortiz says, do you think Kool-Aid McKinstry will be there for the Eagles in the draft? At 22, I think he's safe to say will be there. I don't see why not. I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't think the Eagles really have to trade up for him at all. What a great day today, Joe. Hell yeah. I mean, to know that you have Devonta Smith for the future is a fantastic feeling, man. It's a fantastic feeling knowing that, man, it's great. It's just great. Devonta Smith, man, I mean, there's just so much more they could do. What they have done already, all the moves they've done. Like I said, these locked up contracts with Mulata, Dickerson, and Devonta Smith now, you know, this really counts towards next year's free agencies. So you really have to think of it that way as well. You know what I mean? Like the last time we signed, like we locked up a whole bunch of guys. We locked up Maddox and what was it, Dickerson? Sweat and some of these other guys that we locked up. You know, that was part of our free agency, you know, a couple years ago. So you always want to lock up those guys, build around those guys. So, Hendrik Abraz says the Eagles are hosting a private workout for Lot 2. Interesting. I know he came in for a pre-draft visit, but yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me that there's going to be a private workout for him to see what his health status is. I mean, if they're going after Lot 2, I wonder how much it's going to affect his draft stock going into this draft. Should be very, very interesting. You know, we'll see. All right, I had to go to make sure Twitter's open. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. That's great, though. So the Eagles elite class, right? Put out a tweet. Jalen Hurts contract 5 years, $255. Saquon Barkley 3 years, $37.75. Wide receiver AJ Brown 4 years, $100 million. Wide receiver Devonta Smith 3 years, $75. I mean, those are the full contracts with the incentives. Those are the incentive-based contracts. Damn. So I'm shocked they got this done today. I didn't think this was going to happen today. Yo, Kazana, what's going on? Appreciate you being a member for 22 months. Assigning Smitty was absolute genius. Yeah. We were all expecting it. Remember Howie Roseman said at the end of the breakfast press conference, he said that, you don't, or I think it might have been the Combine. I forgot which press conference it was. He said that you don't let a player like Devonta Smith out of the building. You know what I mean? He's like, you don't let a player like that out of the building. So I get it. Randy says, hey, Joe, big fan here. What do you think of the Colin Cowers take this extension is signed to A.J. Brown to straighten up his act and clean up the drama? No, man. Like, why is it always... See, the problem is the media is making it a big competition between these two, and it's fucking annoying, dude. Every time good things are going to Philadelphia, especially at a receiver... I'm telling you, like, I don't know when's the last time we had good receivers like this. I mean, literally since Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Maclin, is probably the last time we've had, like, a pair of good receivers. I mean, but I think this is a selfless group, okay? This is the most selfless group I've ever been around, like, I've ever watched every single week, okay? Because these guys aren't statistic-based guys. These guys just want to win football games, and that's the big difference than what you had with... You had Shady, and you had Maclin, you had Deshaun Jackson. I think you had a lot of. The difference is, I mean, how do I say this without making it sound weird? Not weird, but not selfish players. But I feel like we always had, we had personalities back in the day, and I think with good coaching behind this team, I think it would go. This is a team that could be good for years. You know what I mean? But that's the one thing they need to fix. This is one of the most unselfish teams, especially within the players. They just want to win that badly. I think A.J. Brown has carried himself the way he should carry himself. Devonta Smith just doesn't, Devonta Smith is one of those guys, he plays in a football game and he goes home. You know what I mean? Like, he does what he needs to do and he goes home. You know what I mean? Like, he treats it as a job, and as everyone should treat it like, but obviously having fun as well. But Devonta Smith doesn't really say much of anything. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Devonta Smith, will go into these games every week, give us his all, and that's all I care about. You know what I mean? Fly Parks, DeJean is the Eagles' new slot corner. Mark it. Oh, yeah. Canadian problem was to stop Cooper to Philly talks. Well, what Cooper? Is it Cooper Beebe? Is it Cooper DeJean? Is it Edgar and Cooper? What Cooper is it? It should be the Cooper draft. It should be. Imagine that. That'd be such. We would remember this shit for years. So it says Eagles doctor's going to be massaging his neck to see if he's good, so we could draft him. Colin said, "What up, Joe? What's going on, Colin?" Hey, Tom says CD and Jefferson both not at workouts today. Thank God we don't have to worry about this shit every year like these other teams. I'm telling you. Like, they want these big I thought I saw the report today that CD is working out for the Cowboys. I thought I saw that today. Holding out workouts because they want a new contract. You know what I mean? But it's a good deal, man. It's a fantastic deal. I don't care. I don't even care what the numbers are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. So this is what Ari Merilov says about this whole entire deal, right? Ari Merilov. He said, "This is what the Eagles do. Philadelphia is proactive, recognizing that Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and others due to huge wide receiver contracts. They move quickly and secure a deal with Devonta Smith before the market for receivers explodes." He killed it, dude. I totally forgot about Amon Brown and friggin' T Higgins. I totally forgot T Higgins I don't even know if he's gonna get traded yet. But Howie Roseman just signed Devonta Smith before this whole entire fucking market just went crazy. God, Howie Roseman. Just ace this fucking draft, and I'll be happy. And then we can start focusing on the coaching staff and the offseason program. Because, damn, dudes, they have such... How does Howie Roseman... I mean, look, like, I'm surprised Devonta Smith's agent wasn't like, we need to wait it out. We need to wait it out. So I wonder if Devonta Smith was like, no, I want to sign this deal. Get it done. You know? Casey Smitty now makes more than CeeDee Lamb, who's going to be crying. He is the GOAT, dude. He is. I feel like he is, man. Maybe it's here, so he's in the money. He's in the money. A contract, I believe, is worth it for both sides. Still room for bonus raises, but the contract shows respect. It wouldn't shock me that Devonta Smith wanted to get this contract done and didn't really give a shit. Like, I don't think Devonta Smith was looking to be the highest paid receiver in the league. And that shows a lot of character, man. You know, you don't get that a lot from players. And I think with him, like, dude, like, whatever money Devonta Smith's thinking to himself, whatever money I'm getting, it's going to be a lot of money. Okay? He definitely got paid more than there definitely was an original price that he wanted before, like, realistically, he could have got more, and he did get more. You know what I mean? Pat Henry says, everyone's still crying about Reddick. Do you think he was the one who they're talking about chasing sacks and causing locker room issues? I mean, look, I have no idea. I'm not going to tell you that it is or it's not, but it potentially it could be. I don't know. We don't have official reports. It's all rumors. Like, we don't know what's going on. But if Reddick was that much of a problem and they got rid of him for a 23 third-round conditional, that's what only confused me is why did Howie get a... If they valued Reddick so much and his statistics and everything else, why did they get rid of him for a 26 third-round conditional? It makes you wonder, like, they just want to just fucking do anything they could. They want to give them whatever they could possibly get. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, the Jets are saying, hey, we're going to pay Reddick a big contract, which he hasn't signed yet. Where's that contract? Not there. I'm telling you right now, if Reddick plays on that one-year deal remaining at 14-5, some bad shit happened. Totally happened. Aaron Jones said, Johnny, a lot of Cowboy fans were upset about the Smitty news coming out on the day CD didn't show up to their team. That's weird. I thought I saw that he was showing up. King said, need linebackers, no line depth, top two needs. He says, yes, tired of hearing that BS about AJ as a cancer. That's a big conversation in the media and sports radio. I'm sick of it. I get it, dude. It sucks, dude. Michael, what's going on, man? Shakes. Now that we're paying Devonta Smith only $17 a year, I really think they can extend. It's dude, like, it's seven. I mean, that's all. Well, 50, what was it? 51 guaranteed, whatever it was. I mean, that's insane, dude. That's insane. I mean, Smitty must have, like, just said, I want to get this deal done. And that makes me respect Smitty even more. Like, I mean, not that I didn't have respect for him, but it just makes me respect him as a person even. I don't know. Could be Pittsburgh. Could be. I don't know. Don't know. We'll see though. I know the Titans have money too. Review Gibson says, time to get me another Slim Reaper jersey. Aaron just said, you gotta like Smitty even more after this team-friendly deal. It's beyond team-friendly. It's so funny because, like, I'll go through the comments and on the Twitter comments, and they'll be like, oh, a massive overpay. Like, people have no idea. Damn. Guys, if Smitty wanted to be here, he wasn't worried about the money. That's what I take out of it. He got signed before all the. This guy got signed before CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, Amon Brown. I mean, that's just fucking insane, dude. That's insane. Bobby Murphy says Reddick was saying, "Damn, that was my $25 million per year bag Smitty got." Dears, if Reddick was going to be a problem in the locker room, he had to go. He started talking last year. Bro says Smitty better than CD. I don't care what anyone says. Oh no, I mean, look. The problem is, like, the thing is, okay, like, Devonta Smith is still getting over 1,000 yards a season the last 2 years, okay, or more than that. But still getting the yards he's getting, okay, with A.J. Brown being here. CeeDee Lamb is the only bona fide receiver that the Cowboys have. His statistics are going to show because he's the only one that they target. He doesn't share snaps with anybody. That's the big problem, you know? Honestly, lots of wide receivers in the league would have milked the Eagles for everything they had. True. So it says Smitty wants to win a Super Bowl. He got enough money and it allows us to make moves to make us better. Yeah, I mean, next year with a deal like this, I mean, potentially, like, could AJ Brown come back now because this deal is so fucking cheap? I mean, yes, he got paid, but I mean, that's nothing. I mean, incentive based, sure, he'll probably get a little bit more money, but basically, at the end of the day, Smitty didn't want to leave Philly, has committed to winning more than getting the top bag. And that's why you extend players. That's why you extend players that are drafted, your homegrown talent. That doesn't, like, the homegrown talent thing is big for me because when you're in this city and you're drafted in this city and you've been here since day one, it makes a huge difference. Okay? You know, Jefferson was drafted by the Vikings, obviously, but, like, you know, guys, Smitty is just different because he doesn't have that big personality and he doesn't have that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, there's guys that have that. But Smitty doesn't take me as, like, he's trying to suck the Eagles dry for everything they have when it comes to the cap and getting paid and not caring about the team in general and wanting to win. So it shows that he has a careness for the team winning for the future and winning now. So which just shows that Smitty knows he won't see the end of his contract. He's going to get extended in 27. Yeah, maybe. That's if we don't score 30 a game, there's a problem. Well, yeah, I mean, now with Saquon Barkley in the backfield now, I mean, another safety's gonna move in the box now. It's gonna open so much for a big play to happen. You know what I mean? Jalen Hurts with it, getting his legs, getting his speed back is huge. Saquon Barkley in the not even just the running game, but the passing game. I know Kellen Moore's gonna use the crap out of him in the passing game. So, the Eagles could do whatever they want in this draft. They can go get another weapon in this draft, another receiver after round one. They can go get Brock. They can go get Brock Bowers if they want. You know what I mean? They can add and add and add if they want. I mean, that's what they could do. Please, lovers, just can't wait to see the numbers this year after having a single cover because of Barkley. Yeah, it's gonna make a huge difference, bro. It says, our offense season, our offense season program started today too. I'm still getting to rhythm. Yeah, I mean, today is just workouts. Like, they're probably lifting and doing some, stuff outside. I mean, they're not in pads or anything. It's light stuff. It's a great day for Eagles Nation. 6 here to stay, never doubt. Only Dan trying to ruin it. I don't get it. It's insane, bro. Today is a great day. Today is just a fantastic day. There's 182 in the chat right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Like the stream if you guys haven't. Thank you so much for joining up today. Devonta Smith gets a really good friendly deal with the Eagles. Fantastic friendly deal today. I honestly didn't think that Devonta Smith was going to be the first one signed here. I thought he was going to take advantage of the situation, and that's fine. Like, I would have had no issue if that's what he wanted to do. You know what I mean? By all means, says Shakes, this is why we are always a contender. This is why players love playing here and want to come to the Eagles. The number one thing we have to fucking get right, this coaching staff cannot waste another fucking year this year. We cannot waste another year with this coaching staff, dude. This coaching staff is going to be, and I've never seen a team do this, like, get so much talent and then just totally not use it the right way. Not even having a dominant game last season. I really hope things change, bro. I really do. Because I'm tired of this shit with this coaching staff. I can't go through another year of new coordinators again. But it might be smart on Smitty's part, only signing a 3-year deal. The salary cap always goes up. I mean, he'll be young enough to sign another huge contract. Yeah, I mean, it could happen. You know what I mean? But all that matters right now is he's here for 3 years. He's locked up and he's here to stay. That's it. Benny says Howie's on a mission. The core of Hurts, Barkley, Brown, Smitty is like the core of Vic, McCoy, and Jackson. I think it's going to be better. I think it's way better. I think with these guys, you have this. I mean, the talent is all over the place. The talent is all over the place. You can't waste this away. I mean, we need competent coaching, man. This is gonna hurt, doesn't it? Got 10 days, bro. 10 days. Hell yeah. Also, I totally agree with you what you say about getting the coaching staff. I mean, you have to, dude. Like, last year was a fucking wasted year. It was wasted last year. Totally. If you were to tell me that this offense is going to stay the way it is, they're not going to draft anybody, you know. If they kept this offense the way it was this year, obviously they're going to draft somebody, but I'm fine with the starters right now. Okay, between Tyler Steen and Matt Hennessy, I don't know what's going on at right guard since Jurgens is moving to center as of right now. As of right now today, because we don't know what's going on in the future, what's happening, and we'll see, but feels like with all the firepower, if we can't win a ring, I'm going to be pissed. I'm telling you. I feel really good about. I feel really, really good about Kellen Moore. I feel like he doesn't waste any position. No position is flawed. This is going to be the best squad that Kellen Moore has ever coached. The best squad that Kellen Moore's ever coached, and that's the truth. Personnel-wise, on paper, this is the best roster he's ever coached. I said, Vic cannot waste the talent on this roster for yet another year. Only going to have this core players for a couple years. Got to capitalize and get a Super Bowl with what we have. No excuses. That's true, man. It already makes me nervous because, like, how long is Vic Fangio going to be at DC here? Probably not long. I mean, seriously. I mean, as old as he is right now, like, how long is he going to be at DC? I have no idea. Kellen Moore potentially could be the new head coach for the Eagles. And if things go really well with Kellen Moore, that means Nick could be out the door regardless. Even if Kellen Moore fails this season, which he won't, Nick's gone. If Kellen Moore, if we have a successful year this year and they win a bowl, I mean, Nick could leave. But someone said in my chat the other day, so I mean, if we look that different and we know that Nick has no involvement, they might not even need him to be the head coach anymore. You know what I mean? Guys, Joey, Eagles visited Cooper Beebe. I think we get him in the second round. They get Cooper Beebe, man. They're good. I mean, they have a guy that can play left tackle, left guard, and right tackle. I mean, they're set, dude. Was he like 6'4", 6'5", like 320? I mean, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. He's a total mauler, dude. Cecilio's definitely turned to this negative. He'll say now AJ will want another deal. Hold out, want out. Oh, man. What's going on, Suo? Suo, member for 23 months, man. Thank you so much, dude. Says, the board doesn't go our way. We go wide receiver and stay at 22. We most likely can choose between Brian Thomas Jr. if he falls, Donovan Mitchell, or Xavier Worthy. Do you think? Well, I don't. Do you think one of those three players is better than the rest of the corner? I think the Eagles will have a corner on the board at that point. I don't think it's going to be impossible. Are you picking a receiver in the first round? Is a receiver a better talent than any of these other corners that get drafted this year? Are these receivers a better talent than Chop Robinson? Are these receivers a better talent? You know what I mean? So it really depends on what, how the Eagles think at that moment. That's really it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. I don't have the answers. I wish I did. But if I would just say what they're going to do in this draft, I don't think it's going to harp on the Eagles are getting an offensive weapon. I think it could be offensive line. It could be a trade up for offensive line. It could be at this point an edge rusher, or if you want a guy like that fits the scheme more like Dallas Turner, that's fine. But the second round has a lot of value in it. There's offensive linemen, there's safeties. I mean, there's a lot of value in that second round. I know the Eagles are at 50 and 53 with those two picks. But, Dice Joey, what's your thoughts on a corner in the second round? I mean, really, like, if they want to get like an Ennis Rakestraw in the second round, that would be a good pick for them. He's a real good zone coverage corner, off ball guy, really good. So I mean, cornerbacks. I feel like if you need to hit on one, I mean, you could hit one in the second round if you want, but we'll see. We'll see. Miles says, Shake, so we put this team that we have right now on the field. Teams are going to be scared, but Howie is going to get us even better. Yeah, I mean, we already have a pretty good roster right now. We just defensively, we got to add some pieces, no doubt. But at the end of the day, guys, we got to put points on the board because this is an offensive-driven league. You don't need a top 3 defense to get to a Super Bowl. Okay, a top 10 is fine, but you gotta be there. You gotta be. Your defense this year has to be average at best or a little bit better than that. Okay, how many Super Bowls? How many Super Bowls? How many top 3 defenses go in the Super Bowl? Consistently, not many. Okay, offense. Score touchdowns and let's get this thing rolling. So the number one thing defensively is if you don't get, because you don't sign all pro players to every position. So if they end up getting a third, your third and fourth round picks will be role players defensively, then great. Then Vic Fangio will put these guys in good positions to win football game. You know what I mean? It just shows us, Joey, we got to remember that the coaching is new, not the same voices. No. And the only thing I worry about, and look, I hope it changes, and it should, because I think the Eagles have a lot of respect for Vic Fangio. Vic Fangio has a lot of control. I don't think Nick has had anything to do with who they hired and what they have done so far. Maybe he has had some input on things, but I don't think he's had full control this offseason on some of the moves the Eagles are making at all. Bay says Moore is definitely the key to the offense. He will be the next coach of the Eagles. That's how I feel like it's set up right now. Sue says these are crazy. These wide receivers are crazy. I'm taking Thomas and Mitchell over Chop. Number 1 wide receivers take a corner in the second. Man, Devonta Smith getting signed a big contract has made Eagle fans want to draft a receiver in the first round. That would be really interesting. Really interesting. But what if they draft? I'm saying, like, you're not going to draft a Donovan Mitchell or Xavier Legette. Like, if you want a bigger receiver that can be your future for A.J. Brown, if A.J. Brown doesn't sign with the Eagles or, because A.J. Brown could reset the market in a couple years. Okay, so if you want to go after a receiver, you could potentially do that. I mean, no doubt. Grace says, hey, Shakes, Cooper Beebe available at to pick 161 PFF mock draft. Man, it's going to be a steal for the Eagles, no doubt. So it says Beebe is a second rounder. If he had more speed and quickness, he would be an easy first rounder. He says all the D needs is 3 to 5 stops a game. I mean, and you're hoping that your offense will score 3. I mean, you should be scoring 35 plus, 40 plus points on teams this year. I'm sorry, but you have to at this point. You don't need to have a top number defense to have a dominant. No, you don't. I mean, you don't. I get it. Like, you just have to make some stops. Like I said, like the defense has to be as average as best and make some stops. That's all you really care about. This offense is really what I'm focusing on. As much as the defense is important, the offense is really what I'm focusing on in season because we have to score points. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Joe said, if we get beat, the run game is going to be ridiculous. Free IHOP pancake day with our interior. Yeah, dude. Aaron Jones said, Lurie deserves credit, too. He just wrote a $50 million check and never hesitates with money when they want to keep a player, which enables Howie to do his thing. Some owners are cheap. Look at Jerry. Yeah, I get it, dude. I get it. I think just Howie Roseman has a lot of free roam from Jeffrey Lurie as well. So he's had free roam the last few years. You know, when the Eagles want to lock somebody up, there's really no question about it. Like, when a player needs to get restructured, you have to ask that player to be restructured. And every player, every time, we never have an issue with a player denying a restructure or something like that to help the team. Everybody is perfectly fine with that. You know what I mean? Roger Guitar says, is there a situation where Nick would be fired and Moore reinstate as head coach? I just can't see that. Back to square one next year, probably. You think Nick, if Nick, I don't know if it's going to make a difference if Nick is here or not. To be honest with you, we'll see though. I don't think it's square one. So if you think you lose Nick and like if we have a successful year and we lose Nick, then it's like back to square one, really? Total Gaming said, with all the firepower we got, Jalen can't lead us to a 40-plus point dominant, and he's officially going to be overpaid. Well, everybody, I mean, the question is Jalen Hurts can lead us. I don't question Jalen Hurts leading us. I question the coaching staff putting our players in good positions to win football games. A huge difference. A huge difference. You know. Chris Shakes, I spoke to Dave. You know who I'm talking about. He just told me he heard how he was going to do something in the first round. That changes our defense big time. That's all he knows. Interesting. HP says, what's up, Joey? I knew that Devonta Smith was getting paid before the draft. Happy for my boy. That's why I wasn't panicking getting the deal done. Well, everybody was panicking. You may have not panicked, but everybody was panicking. SS Philly. I like Brian Thomas, Jr. Rusher from LSU, 6'3", 210, ran a 4.3 40 time. Yeah, Brian Thomas, like, he's got, I mean, I think the only thing with Brian Thomas is that he needs to be more consistent on press coverage, but when he gets a free release off the line, he gets really good separation. He's got really good hands, contested catching's really good. Got good size and speed projection, really good. Like him a lot. Jonas Espino said, hey, Joey, what up, man? Hope you're having an amazing day. Now that Smitty and AJ paid $25 million, let's go win a chip. God bless. I'm ready, dude. Brian Thomas Jr. Top 25. The only defense I paid big the time contract extension is really Jalen Carter. Yeah, I mean, Carter's going to be a beast. We all know it. You know what I mean? Jordan Davis is a make-or-break year. Worship says, no, if we play well, we'll lose more. If we play well, we lose more and back to square one, finding an OC with Nick doing nothing. That's not true because the Eagles can block Kellen Moore from getting interviews after a year. So it doesn't matter. The Eagles can block him. They want. They blocked Shane Steichen from talking to teams after his first year in 21. Blocked him from going anywhere. They could block Kellen Moore after a year. Come on, Philly Luke. Good. Oh, it's a lot better today, no doubt. So it says with the 3 picks, I'd be happy with Brian Thomas Jr., Edgar Cooper, and Max Melton. Coop going to be let loose at outside linebacker? Oh yeah. Chris, I'm thinking about going to be a trade for an edge or a cornerback. Who did they trade? I mean, could they actually get rid of Bradbury like this late? Man, I don't see it happening right now. Which is the head coaching is way more than play calling. It's why some coaching struggle to do it. Well, yeah, head coaching is very important because you had a guy that had control over everything last year and he made no adjustments. He had too much of a young coaching staff around him. He couldn't even give the play calling to anybody. I mean, really. I mean, this was Nick's game plan last year. And Nick's the one that kept this same defense in Philadelphia. Nick could have hired a different defensive coordinator last year that ran a more physical defense last year. And he didn't. He hired the guy that was closest to Vic Fangio when he was with the Bears. I mean, that's Sean Desai was one of the most random fucking hirings. Random. The biggest thing I'm looking for where Hurts this season is probably his ability to not leave the pocket so quickly. I need him to hang in there and make the reads. Yeah, I'm not worried about that at all. Like, everybody is now going to be on Jalen Hurts' ass now. Like, look at the route combinations. Look at how he didn't. If you don't allow your quarterback to use middle of the field, and we're not running routes middle of the field, no crossers, no hot routes, no nothing. What do you expect him to do every time there's pressure on us? And when you run the same shit all the time, he's gonna bail out to the right, bail out to the left, and not find anybody open. I mean, it's the same shit over and over. But the Eagles locked in today. Keep the main thing the main thing. Oh yeah, I mean, it wasn't a random firing. It was a demotion. Like, it's not like if he was doing such a bad job, why didn't they fire him? They just demoted him. They just wanted to change, but they didn't want to hurt the guy's feelings. I don't know. Weird. It was a no offense, but F. Bradbury, we don't owe him nothing. He's not homegrown, and the whole herd around the world in the Super Bowl cut his ass post-June. I think he's still affected by that day. I honestly think that the Eagles feel like that Bradbury could come back and play well. And to be honest with you, when your defensive line is not hitting home, I mean, the whole secondary gets toasted. Not just him, it's everybody. Everybody got toasted. You know what I mean? I said, oh no, I know about how bad our offensive playbook was, Joey. They said Hurts up for failure, but those the little things Hurts can work on. Yeah, totally true, but yeah, I get it. You know, but as time goes on as a quarterback and like things are getting like you're having meetings with your head coach every week and you're literally making no adjustments. Like, how do you think he feels? We're like Hurts like kind of lost like his motivator. Really, motivation was gone. You saw it in his face. Like, it was just like, what are we fucking running in this offense? Like, that was what we were seeing. It's a good deal. Cost Cowboys like another $5 to $6 million to CeeDee Lamb each year. So will this be your fourth or fifth year in a row you and Philly will be streaming the draft together? I don't even third year, I think. I don't even know. I think our first draft was Devonta Smith. I think that was our first. I think 3 years? Your third year? Yeah. Drake said, I'm calling it now. Trade back with Patriots or Cardinals. Chris said, Smitty's contract basically $22.4 million a year. He's only guaranteed $51 million for 3 years. That's freaking crazy, dude. That's still cheap, dude. Still cheap. $22.4 million. That's crazy. GJQJ says, what up, Joey? Just got off work, man. Extremely tired, but happy. I'm just heard the new Devonta Smith extension. Hell yeah, dude. We're ready to go, man. What's going on, Jules? Why don't the Cowboys get a real GM that knows how to manage the cap and do deals? They have done nothing. They have done nothing this offseason. I don't know what their plan is. What is their plan, to have some monster draft this year? Everybody's loving this fucking extension. Everybody's loving it. Let's see here. Wow, what a day today. Damn. I mean, $22.5 million a year. Imagine if the Cowboys wait until Minnesota to do a deal with Jefferson. You see, Sarge says F the Cowboys, let Jerry do his thing. I saved it. It's on my phone, dude. I got it. It's on my phone. I have it here. I have it. Remember my screenshot. Bradbury's gone. Rodgers is when Rodgers is reinstated. We're gonna find out. I said the extension kicks in after this season. So technically, we got Smitty for 4 more years. Thought it'd be 5, but we're good though. Good though. Chris says Howie is a cap wizard. Chris says Bradbury is history really soon. I just like beginning of the offseason, right? Before free agency, I said to myself, man, like they must really, even during free agency, I said to myself, man, they must really like Bradbury a lot. Like Fangio must have no issue with Bradbury being here. I understand his contract, but it's very easy to get out of. All you would have to do with Bradbury's contract is literally you could post-June cut him. At the time, you could post-June cut him, extend his contract 2 years, and just spread out that dead cap within a couple years. And it's like, what? You split up a $10.5 million to $5-point-something million a year? I mean, the Eagles would eat that up easily. Big Stars, can we get a case of tasty cakes from Bradbury? Teresa Constantini says, when you saw Jalen Hurts roll his eyes on the sideline when talking to coach, you know there was a problem. I think he was going to be okay this year. Oh, yeah, I've seen that a million times. Like, how many times did we see Nick and Jalen Hurts talk on the sideline when Jalen Hurts would go to the sideline? Nick was just arms crossed, going up and down the field. I mean, I haven't seen there was any type of conversation I've seen them have during that bad stretch all year. You know? Dean says, overall, it's really fucking cool that the city like Philadelphia has 2 number 1 receivers after all these years. Yeah, we've come a long way, dude. We have come a long friggin' way. Billy says, because the GM, a.k.a. Jerry Jones, thinks he can be a good GM. After said you can't pay top wide receivers. It says Bengals GM better take some notes. This is how you pay to top receivers. Because these are guys that are all about the team. That's why. Like, yeah, they know the Eagles. They know they're going to be taken care of by the Eagles. They know they're going to have money. They're going to have more money than they can fucking spend. You know. So I kind of want the Eagles to get a corner. I kind of want somebody that will pay immediately to help out the deep. Looks like the Niners not keeping. Yeah, that'll be a loss. This piece of RG3 said the Eagles got the best roster in the league, and Emmanuel Acho said it's the Niners. So just found out that Kool-Aid just wrapped up his visit with the birds. Oh, nice. That is beautiful. Yeah, so the 30, all right, so Kool-Aid McKinstry had his top 30 visit today with the Eagles. Damn. The Jets have new uniforms again? How many times are they going to have new fucking uniforms? How many fucking years? $22.5 million. Wow. Am I right? That's the numbers, right? 22 point. Someone said 22.5. It's not 17. Crazy shit, dude. Crazy shit. We went from Walmart employees to $25 million per year. 2 wide receiver ones. What a blessing. I know, dude. 49ers is going to be in some cap trouble when they have to do the deal with the quarterback, especially since it looked like that whoever he got to next year going to be making like $70 million. Yeah, well, that's the only reason why the 49ers are making so many moves, because they're paying a fucking 6-round pick fucking quarterback right now. They're not paying Brock Purdy right now. That's the only reason why they're getting away with what they're getting away with. They're not going to have, you know what I mean? Like, you may think, oh, the 49ers know how to make moves. Like, yeah, dude, like the real situation when it comes to your GM is when you really put them to the test is when you're paying a quarterback and you have these, when you know how to move money, you know how to try to get, it's all about the team, dude. It's all about it's the culture of this team and what everybody wants. Some of these players just want Howie. Some of these players want Howie. It just wants Howie to make more moves and help the team, and will take less money and won't get the biggest contract. And it's friggin' nuts, dude. It's nuts. He deserves it, man. Totally deserves it, Matt. Guy says, Joe, if we draft Cooper DeJean and buying his jersey day one. Guy says, you think this frees up to extend AJ when his contract is over? Too early? I think it's too early to tell, yeah, because still got 2 years left. I think the question going into next offseason will be AJ Brown. And like he'll be able to sign a contract next year. An extension. Is he gonna play out the last year of his deal next year? That's gonna be the big offseason stuff next. All right, so this put pressure on Dallas and CD, but they ain't doing nothing anytime soon. No, it don't look like. This Warrior says, Joey, do you think that it was a coincidence that Kool-Aid showed up the day of the Eagles' first conditioning and weights workout? I think this always happens, but it doesn't. I'm not sure if this has happened before. So we'll see, dude. That's unis are fun. I mean, the Jets have already they changed their uniforms like 2 times in like 5 years already. How many times you can? We went from Jordan Matthews to Fulgham to Aguilar. The way we flipped the wide receiver script is just incredible. To Jalen Reagor to J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's insane how much it's changed. Yeah, Travis Fulgham, I remember, he was like the only receiver that could catch. I mean, it was horrible, man. I mean, it was crazy, dude. He was super happy about the Smith extension. He deserves. He's only missed 1 game his whole career, and he's number 1 wide receiver at AJ. If Howie can find a way to extend AJ too, do it. Yeah. With the contract he's getting now is crazy. Hassan hasn't even got to extend with the Jets yet. They should tell you something. I know how he would get done by now. It really makes you think, man. It really makes you think. Now, I don't think it had anything to do. I don't think it had anything to do with Smith's contract. Honestly, I think it was more than that. But we don't have the answers. This offense is loaded. We need to go heavy on defense in this draft. Hopefully, they take a corner in the first pick. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, if they take an outside guy, and then Bradbury's definitely gone. But I gotta see it to believe it. You know what I mean? Dynasty Howie is one of those antique watchmakers. Pays attention to. would be happy if the Eagles took a corner and linebacker in the first 3 rounds. They could. Jay, what's going on, man? So what up, Joey? This is last year of Devonta Smith's contract. They picked up the 5th-year option that will be 60 mil. Then it's 3 years, 25 mil. So he's here through 28. Really? I mean, I'm not even seeing that extra information here. All right. I gotta see that. I mean, I haven't seen the other statistics to this deal yet. Troll says, if you up to who you picking at 22? If it was up to me who I'm picking at, like 22 in general right now, I don't want to stay at 22 though. You want me to pick at 22? If I'm to pick at 22, probably Cooper DeJean. Probably. If I'm staying, I don't know if they have to move up for him. They could probably stay there. But we'll see. Because honestly, if they move like 15, if they move to like 14 to 16, then yeah, then you could Garrett Verse and Dallas Turner, and I would look at whoever I could possibly try to look at that point. Brock Bowers. I mean, anybody that lands at that point, I think there's plenty of top talents. Joe says, can't believe Kool-Aid ran a 4.47. His foot still broken. There's too many players I want. That's what I'm saying. For me, in general, this is one I don't like. Last year, you had Will Anderson. You had, obviously, the draft board for me was Will Anderson. It was Jalen Carter and Bijan Robinson. Now, I said Bijan Robinson and really liked him because I felt like he was the better talent after Jalen Carter, and figured that at that point, I thought Jalen Carter was going to go really early. That's what I figured. Yeah, we have Smitty for 5 years. I got to look this shit up. I didn't see anything about the 5th-year option or anything like that. So I don't get it. So they took the 5th-year option for 16, and then the extension goes off of after the 5th year? I don't get that. I gotta read into that more. Nifty with the super chat. Thank you so much, man. So I'm still really hoping for Cooper DeJean so bad. I know. It's same here. Like I feel like he's atop of the Eagles list right now. I feel like he's where he is on the draft board. I don't know for the Eagles. We don't know, but I feel like it's very realistic right now, no doubt. Appreciate the super, by the way, Nifty. As he burst said, the Niners are going to be in the cap hell when it comes to paper. Oh yeah, it's going to get. That kid is going to want. I mean, he's already been to a Super Bowl. I mean, seriously. I mean, it's already to a point now where he's. I mean, you're in the playoffs every year. That's gonna be, that's gonna be a $300 million contract. I mean, it's probably gonna be fucking up. Who's the highest paid quarterback right now? Patrick Mahomes, obviously. What's Patrick Mahomes' contract? Johnny said, yeah, the fifth year option is part of his deal, which makes it really worth about $90 million. So the 5th year option is in 25 next year. So they're going to pay him 16 fully guaranteed. You're saying they're paying him 16 million fully guaranteed. So that's what the number is for the 5th year option. It's 16 million fully guaranteed for 2025. And then his contract, and then the contract for 3 years. Counting this year would be 5 years. He said, Chauncey Gardner tweet after Smith's deal said, keeping the band together, so glad he's back. That's awesome. Glad he's happy. Jake says Devonta Smith's contract this is his last year. He does not get the 5th-year contract start. Well, I'm just listening to what everybody's saying in the chat. I don't see anything about an option. And then this contract goes. How I'm looking at it right now. It's a 3-year deal, $50-something million, fully guaranteed. Right? So I'm probably saying no one ever talks about what if the visit didn't go well. I mean, of course it could, it could, yeah, probably not. It could, some visits may not go well. Yeah, last year for us was Carter and Bijan. Yeah, I agree. It definitely was. Eric says, yeah, they picked up his 5th-year option, so it's essentially a 5-year, $90 million, including his rookie contract numbers. It's fun. It's just weird how I'm not. It's. Okay. I think we might have to move up for DeJean. Steelers might just take him at 20. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know where he's gonna go. I mean, I think from his pro day, especially, he's definitely made it well into the first. Did I miss something? You, Joey Dude, in the chat. Oh, okay. I tagged you. Look at that. Shows the deal. Let me see. If I follow you, I follow you. Make sure. Fucked up. Yeah, this is what I showed. Yeah, this is what I showed. This is what I showed before. It's not showing all the details to it. It's just showing. It's just showing the years, the incentive based, and the guaranteed. Appreciate the super chat, by the way, Sue. There's a Smith $25 million annual value. Currently ranks tied with teammates AJ Brown for the 4th highest at his position. Martha Smith's 5th year is $16 million, then 3 years at $25 per. All right, hold on. Let me see. He says he'll get us this year. That guy's right about a little under 16. Matt says, I have all the Eagles players last year. Spinning was one of the most consistent and still kept leaving it all on the field, even in the playoffs. It's true. Yes, Devonta Smith was on fire in that playoff game because they actually started work. They threw one pass to Devonta Smith. They actually ran a fucking slant with Devonta Smith on a cover 0 blitz. And they fucking got him for big yardage. Like, one play got him to the other side of the field. One fucking play. Says Shakes, they are right. Next year he will get $25 million. I was wrong. Sorry. I have no idea what's going on. Dave said Bowers is a total no-go. You can't add anyone to this team that will make any more targets away from AJ, or you might as well trade him. Well, dude, that's not true. I mean, you look at past teams. You look at teams in the past that have won Super Bowls and keeping the band together and adding as many weapons as you had every single year. Like, don't just not add a player because they're gonna take away snaps. Like, Saquon Barkley's here too. He's gonna get his carries and he's gonna get targeted in the passing game as well. Here goes. So the 5th-year option, which is worth just under $60 million, counts for 2025, and then 3-year, $75 million extension includes $51 million after that. Okay, so that, I guess that's correct. And that's actually correct. So, because the problem is, like, I like this other information, I just don't see it ever. I'm here, sorry. So I can't wait until the Cowboys have to do deals on top of 3 players on the team, probably talking about like $140 million a year, all between all of them, Michael, CD, and Gallup. Well, the right guard too. What's his name? The right guard for Dallas is a free agent too after this year. What's his name? The All-Pro. They're not paying Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's. He already complains as is. And he was the only guy who showed up in the playoffs, 158 yards. Big game. Says there's no way they're going to be able to keep all of them by Dak. Yeah. Unfortunate. Should keep. I could see how extending Milton next. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Milton Williams. You're losing, yes, you're going to be losing Brandon Graham. You're going to be losing Milton Williams after this year. Josh Sweat's definitely. Yeah, Zach Martin, I think his contract is up too after this. So does that mean we have him for the next 5 years? What? Yeah, from what everyone's saying, yeah. The problem is, like, people are talking about this, but I don't see reports of this, the 5th year. I don't see a report of this 5th-year option. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even see. That's why I don't get how people are. Sure, I think Bowers will be going by 15 at the latest. What if he said Justin Simmons still available? Yeah, Justin Simmons is still available at the moment. I think he will be a post-draft signing because I think he's just going to wait till all these teams get their. All these teams are going to get their teams get their personnel together, and then he'll pick a team to go to or try to sign with a team. So the Eagles, if the Eagles don't hit on a specific safety in this draft that they want, and it seems empty at that point where it looks promising that Justin Simmons could be with us, I think it's still very realistic. The extension kicks in 26 to 2028, so $6.4 million this year, $15.5 next. Then the extension. That's a good fucking deal, dude. If that's the case, that's a really good deal. They say he could be the Jesus or wide receivers doesn't change the fact that he complains it wouldn't even more if he took more targets away from him. Send you the link in the chat to the deal. I don't think you could put link. I don't know. I don't think the link is showing up. But you say even Mike Evans said on the sideline that said Devonta Smith catches everything. Yeah, I mean Mike Evans signed his contract really early. Mike Evans, he was the first one I think that signed, right? It was Mike Evans and then was Michael Pittman. Like Mike Evans signed his first deal. He was the first one that signed. That was during free agency he signed. But this is obviously because he's a free agent. It's kind of a different story. That's cool. One. Phil says, imagine what our receivers are going to be getting paid in 3 years. I thought he was trying to get like $18 million a year or something that like that. I doubt he is worth that type of money unless you're going to play the top 4 safety in the end. Micah Parsons skipped today. He was supposed to be holding out until he gets a contract. It's as good as a deal because by the time the extension kicks in, it will be a steal with the cap going up 2 years in a row. Remember, this is emergency shakedown, my brother. We can't wait a week to see our compadres chopping it up. Yeah, so, yeah, Philly's still out of town, I think, right now. We won't have a shakedown probably till Saturday. So. Oh, it's on Twitter. Yeah. Oh, okay. 4-year, $90.59 million extension, keep Philadelphia through 2020. That is 50. All right, so I get it now. All right, so that through the 2028 season, Smith had his 15.59 fifth-year option picked up, and then another 3 years. Holy shit, that's fucking good. All right, that's all I need to see. All right, that's all I needed to say. The Eagles wide receiver Devonta Smith had agreed to a 4-year, $90.59 million extension, keeping him in Philadelphia through the 2028 season. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 4 years. 5 years, including this year. Smith had his 15.59 fifth-year option picked up, and then another 3 years, $75 million added on top of that. That is fucking insane, dude. This Devonta Smith just loves playing in Philadelphia. I mean, this is all Devonta Smith wanting to play in Philadelphia and wanting to stay in Philadelphia and being more about staying in Philadelphia than about his money. Like that's crazy. That's fucking crazy, dude. Like, shout out to fucking Devonta Smith. Thank you so much for that, Lucius. Thank you so much for the. Thank you for sending that. I was like, where is everybody seeing this shit about the 5th-year option? I don't even fucking see it. Now I see it. I followed you on Twitter, by the way. And I think I've seen your name pop up on notifications, so I think I didn't know that was you. I thought. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't go to voluntary workouts. So, Howie playing chess, Jerry Jones. Private McClellan says, Joey, if you're from New York, what made you start liking the Eagles rather than Giants or Jets? Oh, my family's a bunch of Giant fans. It was really a bet because I watched football like when I was like in middle school. I really barely watched football. I didn't really start watching football until I like really hit high school, like probably by junior year. But it was just a bet. I think the Jets and Eagles were playing one day, and I made a bet that the Eagles would win, and all my buddies wanted the Jets, and there was a lot of money on the line, and this was a while back. I mean, a lot of money in our case was barely nothing. So I don't know, and it came off a bet. I started watching the Eagles more, the helmets, that's how it happened. Just a weird thing that happened. Oh, he's back? Okay. I saw he made a video. I didn't watch it yet. I didn't know if he was back at all yet. Exactly. Insane deal. Smitty is the good. Mine could be taking more than just like A.J. Brown, said my boy Smitty. Jim X says, no telling what Howie does. He may move up for Verse or Bowers or be smart and come away with Cooper, DeJean, Egger, and Cooper or Trot, maybe, but a wide out Paris camp. Yeah,
I have no issue with Paris Campbell at all. I just don't think they're done. Like, you have Devontae Parker and Paris Campbell and Britton Covey. I mean, that's all you have right now, besides Devontae Smith. So I think they can, if they want to go small receiver, they can go Ricky Purcell, Lad McConkey, something like that. If they want to go bigger receiver for the future, maybe, maybe a guy they want to get a bigger guy with speed, like Xavier Legette from South Carolina, or, Adonai Mitchell, something like that from Texas. They have the pick of the litter. Good receivers go well into the third round. You're looking for a wide receiver 3. It's not going to be that hard to fucking get one of those guys. But yeah, you need a guy that's definitely going to produce, though. It's a Trotter is good, but he's the size of a safety. He starts as McConkey, Purcell, Legette. Yeah. Good lineup right there. King says, growing up, I played Madden 09, which I think I had Drew Brees on, which I always picked the Saints. So my mom told me Philly had its own. Fell in love. Everybody has a different story, man. I appreciate it. There's too many options in this draft for first 2 rounds. The draft needs to be here already. 10 fucking days, dude. 10 days. I heard a couple of people in the sports media trying to say Smitty's deal with upset AJ. It's all lies. AJ will be happy for. Come on now. I mean, fucking Christ. I mean, internally. I mean, AJ Brown just got a new contract a couple years ago. Like, come on now. Come on. Like, seriously. AJ Brown got what he wanted that the Titans wouldn't give him. It's the opposite for me. Grew up in Philly and was the only one in the family who rooted for the home team. Damn, really? Oh, Colin said? That's... The Devin White goes off season, goes off this season. I will definitely... I think he's a big re-sign candidate after this year. That's 100%. Big re-sign candidate. I feel fantastic about Devin White. Devin White's been wanting out of Tampa Bay the last couple of years. Oh yeah. I don't know. AJ loves Smitty. They're like brother. Oh yeah, dude. I don't question that. As AJ said, he really gonna try and end it with Smitty and Hurts, and I hope it's true. Hey, we'll see. But we got to win though. For any of this to mean anything, we gotta win. Gotta fuck. We have gotta win. They gotta win a championship. We got 187 in the chat right now. The Eagles have signed Devonta Smith to a mega extension. I know everybody's really happy right now. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Cover the Eagles every single day. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. Thank you so much. Definitely sub up because we got more news coming this week, and we'll be live streaming the draft for 3 days. Me and Philly 500 will be streaming, and we have a little surprise for you guys this week on some things happening within the Philly Shakedown in general. So definitely look out this week. Look out, look out. They says he deserves every penny. No, I give him a blank check and let him write it out, dude. That's how good I felt about it. But this contract through 2028 plus that 5th-year option really makes sense because the cap is going up the next 2 years. You know what I mean? So yeah, plus you're saving 14.5 from the Reddick trade. You know what I mean? So it's making it look so weird now with the Reddick stuff now because it's like, man, like they must have really not wanted to pay Reddick, or there was something else going on behind the scenes. DMX says, AJ Brown is happy. Smitty understands very well how important they are, each other's production. Watch their interview and how they talk of each other. Much respect. Yeah. Prize cobbler squatting. I mean, go on his OnlyFans for that. He's got an OnlyFans for that. No, it's something that you guys are really going to like, and I hope you guys, I I think you guys are going to like it. The Philly Shakedown is doing bigger and better things come this week. Pause. No Diddy. No. Guy Spence is definitely somebody talking about. It's definitely somebody talking about because if you really look into the numbers, they could have paid him. Well, yeah, I mean, right now, yeah, I mean that's what they could have done after this year. They could have just gave him 2025, but not only like you'd make that fifth year option is cheaper than anything else. I mean, the 15th, so the fifth year option is 15.59 million, whatever it is, which. Because the cap is going up 2 years straight, $20 million next year. I don't know how much it goes up the year after that, but if it's going up, you're getting a big chunk from Reddick after this year. I mean, it's the cap is going to be fine. It's going to be great. And then you're paying what, $22 million a year. So what? It's $22 million a year after next year. $22.5 million after. That's a steal, dude. On top of Just Jefferson, Ayuk, and all these other fucking guys that are gonna, it's Jesus, it's insane, dude. It's insane, just how crazy it is. He used it like it's crazy because so technically it's counting this year, it's like. A big deal, man. It's like 5 years. That's a 5-year deal, pretty much. I mean, this year. I mean, he's obviously he's on his old contract this year, but we're gonna see Smitty another 5 seasons. I mean, that's fucking. So, I mean, it's not even really up to Devonta Smith. Like, they pick up that option for next year, so he plays on the option next year. All right, guys, Joey, would you like them to go in O-line the first and line the second, and the rest, then you start getting... Well, the second you're going to get needs. I mean, you go to your needs in the second round. First round, you're going to get best player available. Second round, you start going... Because you in the second round, there's so much value, you have to get the best player that's there. Okay, you're at 50-53, so. Oh, James says, happy Smitty locked up long term. I love it. How he gets it done early again. So Smitty is forever an Eagle. That's a great deal. What a great deal. Fantastic. So other than that, guys, I think that's going to be it for today. I'll be streaming tomorrow, probably around the same time tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier tomorrow. If you guys haven't subscribe, like the stream. Definitely check out the memberships for some extra content. I will have a membership video coming out today. 10 more days. We're almost there. We're almost there, guys. We're getting there. I know it's been crazy. It's been a crazy offseason so far. And, after the draft, we'll go through the draft picks. We'll go through everything. And then, we'll see what else we need and what other moves can be made. And we don't even know what's going to happen during this draft. I mean, besides just drafting, potential trades. And, it's been kind of nuts. So. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And, I'm very happy. Contract made me even more happy. Just enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the next one. Chicks, what up? Fly outside. Peace out, guys. Love you all.